We're fresh back from Phase 1 and a dominant performance by Tempo Storm. 16 teams have returned with fresh faces, fan favorites, and seasoned professionals to play for 5 weeks and their share of $200,000. Let's take a quick look at the best moments and an inside look at the players.
Tempo Storm dominated in Phase 1 and set the bar for the entire competition. Lessons were learned, and coming into Phase 2, every coach, team, and player started to evolve as they looked to establish their rosters, strategies, and play styles.
Coming over from Lobes, this is going horribly for Envy. That's going to land right in the pocket. A defensive grenade, but that one, just bounces right next to him.
At the start of Phase 2, there were a lot of shakeups, a lot of roster changes, new coaches coming in. It really set the stage after relegations for an interesting path through Phase number 2.
I think a lot of the teams realized that if they wanted to actually progress, if they wanted to make a play for the top 5, number 1 spot in North America, then changes were needed.
Well, yeah, there was a crazy amount of roster changes leading into this phase. I expect we're going to see a pretty similar amount between Phase 2, Phase 3. It's just going to keep being crazy.
People have been making roster changes, people have been stealing from each other, and you won't really see the effect of that until a few weeks into the actual league.
I got hit up by Wildcard, and I liked their offer, and I liked their team, I liked the players, and everything about them is great, so I decided to join them about 3 weeks ago.
Honestly, going into this phase, I didn't know how we would do. Actually, we got a new group of guys. They've never really played at this level yet. It's great that we're able to keep it up and stay at this peak of performance.
This team formed a bit before Phase 1. I actually joined them after preseason Phase 1, played with them all of Phase 1, and then we made a coach and a player change between Phase 1 and 2. And I would say our team morale is higher than it's ever been. Everyone's happy, everyone's having a good time.
Oh, he gets one! That was damn close, and Davick takes the game in the end.
With the new additions in Phase 2 and all these new rosters and roster swaps that have come into play, we have seen a ridiculous shift into how strong NPL is. It has made the leaderboard so close to where it is just neck and neck every single stage along the way. Any roster could take it in any given time. It's just about consistency and who wants it more.
Points are really, really tight. So we're feeling the pressure, but hopefully we can, come back and stay top 5.
1 through 8 right now, anyone could potentially win. And it's not even just about this phase. What about looking forward to Phase number 3 and the Global Championship coming up at the end of the year as well?
I would say the majority of the teams here are pretty much on an equal playing field. Anybody here is capable of coming out and having, a 50-plus point day. It's PUBG. Yeah, you can still have bad games as well as you can have really, really good games.
If you have one good day at this point, you can go from bottom leaderboard to top. One good day.
You're going to have a bad day in this game. You're going to have a bad day eventually. Everyone has bad days, and so far this has been a good bounce back.
Understanding that you can have bad days and still have just a 10 times better day the next day and still be, in a top 4, top 5 position and doing exactly what you need to be.
Oh, he gets one! Let's fucking go! Oh! Sunday, baby!
Phase 2 was just getting started, but it was obvious that the changes made were having an impact. Tempo Storm wasn't completely dominating anymore, and popular teams were struggling to stay in the top 5. New teams and new faces were rising up to the challenge.
So at the start of the phase, a lot of eyes were on Tempo Storm and Lazarus as the potential champions, but so far that spotlight has been taken by a newer team. The Rumblers had just gotten promoted up from contenders, and in week 2 catapulted themselves to the top of the leaderboard and set themselves up as a real potential dark horse for the phase.
And so with this, the Rumblers takes a 10-kill victory.
The Rumblers has been a team of journeyman players that have been around forever. I mean, these guys, I was casting them in early access years ago, and they've jumped around the league and never really kind of found a home, but now they found a home in each other, and now they're dominating and doing really, really well.
I'm so happy to see my friends from the Rumblers doing so well. Sad to see them not make the actual league last time and they had to play contenders, but I think they're showing everyone now that they deserve to be here.
Team synergy is great. Honestly, the pickup of Waldo has been phenomenal for us. We've been leveling up together, and hopefully we can win this thing, or at least finish in the top 3 and get some money and also go to the Classic. So that's our plan.
I knew that Rumblers were very good, but I didn't think that they were that good. I didn't think that they were going to be the number 1 team by week 4 good.
A lot of people were looking at Tempo Storm to have really good performances, but they just kind of stumbled out of the gate, and that was a big surprise for me to see.
You talk about PUBG as more of a long-term thing, right? You can't look at individual games and individual weekends even. I mean, you have to look at the long term.
The dynamic of the team is actually pretty calm. because I think we've been working on our mistakes and I think we've corrected a lot of our issues.
Coming into this tournament, we really expect to win, so winning wouldn't really be the biggest deal for us, so we're just going to look to keep playing better and stay consistent and get to the top.
And they are going to try to grasp any play that they conceivably can, try to get as many kills as possible.
Tempo Storm making the push over towards it. Just a smidgen of life to work with, but you can see the Blues coming up back behind him. Your boy Dre down on one angle. Stab's got nowhere to go, and with that, Tempo Storm gets themselves a round win with 8 kills.
Of course, a lot of amazing moments in Phase 2, but I personally have been the most excited to see individual players really come out of their shell and start to perform very, very well. Players like Drassel, Bahawaka, you can't forget Los HD from the Rumblers, been the kill leader for basically the entire phase. Pat Caps from Envy, all these players who have been in and out of the scene for a while, all performing very, very well.
Phase 2 has been a great learning experience for our team. So I think we did great this season and we're looking forward to Phase 3.
Overall, it's just been a great experience. Wouldn't give it up.
Overall, it's just been really good to come here, play against the best of NA and just compete with everyone. No matter what, I know that I'm going to come out from Phase 2 with a team of people who are very like-minded, are very strong players who really believe in themselves and their teammates and who wants to improve and show the rest of the world how good we can be.
Seeing how close Phase 2 is at the very end shows just how strong all these teams are growing together. And on this path, these teams are gonna be even better come Phase 3, come 2020, 2021. Going forward, I think we haven't gotten close to the peak of top PUBG play in North America.
Going into the final match, it seemed like an even playing field. Throughout the entire phase, Rumblers had shown that they have what it takes to win, but points were so close that anyone in the top 5 could take home the trophy. When you're competing with teams like Tempo Storm, Cloud9, and Ghost Gaming, winning never comes easy.
Come to me, come to me, come to me.
Clam backs away. He's looking for the flank on the smoke line. Sharky's got an eye on the United. Clam down. The spray comes out. Sharky! Tempo's got this thing. It's looking like it's going to be Tempo, but United's not out this thing yet. Only Taylor J left. Tempo might win. Tempo might win. He's in the smoke. It's so close. They've got to be waiting for the blue. They're already know where he is. They're waiting for him. Tempo's got it. Tempo's got the game. The last game of the day, Tempo Storm. What a massive victory.
Well, the circle is closed on Phase 2. Top teams have risen up and some have struggled to survive. Contenders teams have climbed to the top of the pile. And while some new rosters were able to solidify and get strong, others struggled to come together. But throughout the roller coaster and the ups and downs, it's undeniable that we will take this momentum with us into Phase 3 of the NPL.